Hi everyone, I'm MJ Fields and I am the author spotlighted on Everything Marie this week. Thank you very much for the opportunity and for sharing all of my work this week. There is a lot of it and I appreciate everything you do for us. Um, it's kind of interesting and I'm going to do this quick because this is the fifth time I've taped this and it's too long, so I have to be quick. I never even knew that blogs existed until I was well into my fourth book, my second series, and it was um, a book whore's obsession that I actually found. And Carrie March, who is an author, now does all of my covers as well. We're going to pop into these questions real quick, and I'm going to talk like a freak. And unfortunately, I won't be able to be as detailed about things that I want to, but that's okay. Shyla, how long did it take you to decide to write your first book? I woke up from a dream, and it wouldn't stop, and it was the very first thing I'd ever written for pleasure, I guess. Um, Besides a newspaper that I wrote as a child with my cousins for my family. It wouldn't go away. So that evening I started writing and I did not stop. And 3 months later I had 4 books that were 100,000 words each. It wouldn't go away. And it was unique. So, Teresa Richards. I'm supposed to say last name. It's Teresa, I'm sorry. But I'm not taking this again. Please forgive me. Do I have a specific type of book that I read just for pure enjoyment? Um, I wish. I love, love, love Crossfire series. Was never a big reader. Don't hate me. I wish I had more time to read now that I'm doing it, but I don't. I Crossfire series I love, and I found Remington after seeing him on A Book Whore's Obsession along with Travis Maddox and Kellen Kyle. I read them after Cyrus. I took a break long enough to read the books, and it truly embarrassing enough. I could read a book a day because that's all I will do. I will hide in the bathroom and I will read a book. I will hide in my bedroom and read a book. But I have one child, so we're good. Do I personally pick my cover models? Yes. First one I had was Xavier, and that is Richard Rocco. I did not attend the shoot. It was in California. I said to Chris Adams, "Who's that?" when it was on her blog one day or her Facebook page, and did the same thing to Chris with Mike Crossan, who was Dominic, and Bryant Wood, who was Sabato. Derek, my little group of girls, found. They find lots of stuff, and I love them. Thank you, Priscilla, for loving my books. That question was Stacy, by the way. Did I always want to write? Nope. Nope, I always wanted to work with people. I always did work with people. Kids are my favorite. Naughty kids are my favorite. Kids who have had struggles are my favorite, to try to help them figure out what caused them to feel the way they, just to try to help them through. Kids, kids need us, and I love them very much. I worked with incarcerated youth. Someday that may come up, but now saying it probably already will. I just have to finish everything else first. Okay, Wendy, which is my favorite book. They're all my favorite for different reasons. Lucas Links, we've all loved Lucas. Brody Hines, because who going through struggles in a marriage wouldn't want him to be the one to save them, and save him at the same time. Maddox Hines, because I love him. Jace was the very first, and Jace was the reason I was able to quit my job and pursue this full time. Cyrus rocked, without a doubt. And just his fierce protectiveness and the unwavering morals and values he held, as twisted as some of them may have been. I loved it. Xander's funny, and Xavier's a mix of all of them to me, but also his own person. Abe rocks. Just rocks. I love him. And Dominic is awesome too. They're all different to me, so I can't pick a favorite. I would like to know yours though, Wendy. I really would, because I'm a freak. Okay, so Rhonda, love the names of your character. What inspires them? It is me trying to avoid names of children that I've worked with or people that are in my very, very large family. Jennifer asks, have I struggled with writing scenes? If so, how do you work through it? I walk away. Or I just decide that the ugly cry is going to happen. I struggle with writing scenes that are going to end a life or make someone hurt. Just like in real life, the people who hurt, you don't want to see them hurt. But it's part of this, I guess. And as much as I try to change it, I can't. Because if the story is what it is, there's no changing it. They're up here in Crazyville, and there's nothing I can do about it. What does your writing area look like? You are in my writing area. It is used to be my upstairs living room. But I can honestly tell you, I'm not up here very often. Most of the time I'm downstairs in my living room or wherever I am. I've even used the voice recording on stuff to tape something that all of a sudden came into my mind, and I'm like, oh, I have to use that. Chris asks, what is your, right, oh, you did, I'm sorry. I already answered that. Do I have ink, Rebecca? That's a bad question, because no, I don't. Never liked it. Never liked it until I had a guy I worked with who had Jesus on his arm, and then he suffered a very, very awful loss, and he had that, something that is not my story to tell, put on his arm, and that changed my whole idea of tattoos. My 18-year-old boyfriend had Grim Reaper on his shoulder, and I was not too impressed with that, because to me it's like, what does that mean? Why do you want that on your body forever? But again, it's a personal choice. I have in mind what I want. I just don't know how to do it yet. But I will. Angela, what or who inspires you to write your series? My family. My family is crazy and wonderful and crazy and crazy. And they are Steele and they are Ross and they are all of the family. They're awesome. They inspire me to write. And my friends. My friends are awesome too. There is no favorite in the Steele. I see myself continuing with Steele and the people that I've already written about because their stories deserve to be told, which is Wendy's question, which is my favorite. I don't have a favorite. I don't. I like Jace. I think I already mentioned that. Jamie, thank you. You're awesome too. What inspires me to write with passion? If I'm not writing with passion and if I'm just telling a story just because I want to, then I'm doing no justice to myself or anyone else. If I can't feel my characters, nobody else can. And if, just like reading, when you put yourself in a position or in the character's mindset, you feel, and there's passion there, regardless of whether it's a sex scene or a ugly cry scene. And I love it. I can't wait till my next release either. I have a lot of them coming up. Are you going to write more Steele? Yes, I answered that already, Michaela. Not that you knew that because you didn't see it, but yeah, absolutely. There's lots of them coming up. Steele-like. They stem from Steele. And Love Wrapped Burning Souls is going to be Ava's story, which is hard for me to write. Warning, you might not like it, because I'm not even wanting to do it yet. That was a sexy move. Okay, this is the most awkward thing in the world. I hope you all have the time to do this someday, but I have to stop this now because either that or I'll be doing a sixth time and talking like an auctioneer. Love you all. Thank you for reading. Thank you for asking questions, and feel free to honestly ask me questions because there's nothing beside my child that I'd like to talk about more than my fake people. Bye.